About 3 years ago, I was with my buddy, and we saw a guy stuck on the side of the road in some mud. And so we pulled over to help him, and a vehicle was already there. A guy was already there trying to help him. We ended up like double towing him out of the mud. And so the guy that was helping us, he was a Christian, and so we started like telling the guy that was stuck in the mud about Jesus and like sharing the gospel with him. And the other guy that was there, who helped us pull that guy out, he simply invited me to come see what Welcome Home is and like what they do. And so I joined, just kind of showed up. It was definitely different, but it seemed like I saw the joy on the other volunteers' faces, like them getting to do this instead of having to do it. That was different for me. What we did, we picked up some guys and girls at the Salvation Army, and we brought them to lunch, brought them to church, and then brought them to lunch. And we get a chance at lunch to share the gospel with them. About 6 months in, this guy came with us. His name was Cruz, and I got a chance to sit down with him, and we got to talking, and like I shared the gospel with him like we did every week, and his response was different. He was genuinely excited about the good news, and so he wanted more instantly. So I called one of the volunteers over with me, and we wanted to make sure it was genuine, and then ultimately like Cruz accepted Christ that day, and so I didn't do anything different that week than I did any of the other weeks. It's just sometimes people are interested in what you have to say, and sometimes they're not. One thing I learned through that is this was over 2 years ago, and I haven't had anything like that since. It just goes to show that like we're called to be obedient, whether we make converts or not, like whether someone's interested or not. We're still called to share the good news and tell people about Jesus. It is hard sometimes being on that mountaintop and then going so long without something like that again. But yeah, we're called to follow the Great Commission, like in Matthew 28. It's been about 3 years since I started serving here at Welcome Home, and when I started serving, I was just a church goer. I was not in community group. I'd been to the porch like once or twice. I just was not really interested in joining a church. I just like to go and kind of give my time because that's what we're supposed to do, but I didn't really know why. Really, just being spurred on by the guys that I served with was the main reason I became a member and started like going to like the functions like the porch, and did Equip Disciple 1 and 2. I would attribute most of my growth in the last 3 years to just showing up at Welcome Home and serving in whatever capacity that looks like. That really was spurred on by most of the other volunteers.